Go.
We are here, baby. We are live, live, live. Give us just a second, y'all. I want to make sure all platforms are up.
Turn it.
Look,
Turn
I
it.
think this is a perfect song.
Tilly got a song for Angie.
Wait.
Oh, three jam.
I don't hear it.
Put some
Why don't
flex.
Oh
I?
man.
Why do I not hear it, y'all? I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it. It must really be a jam for them, y'all, because I don't hear it.
Oh no.
Come on,
Okay.
homecoming. Take me back to
Listen,
homecoming.
I know we got a good old time.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get this chat up. Okay. Everybody's on. Okay, 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 okay. Give me a second, y'all. I got all these platforms. My dad on will. There we go.
Hi, DJ.
We good? We still jamming?
Hey, Angie. What's up? What's up? Okay, y'all. Welcome to
Okay.
episode 14. Tila, we are already at episode 14. For real, for real.
Already at
Oh,
episode 14.
Wow.
yes. Look, my auntie said, I'm feeling the vibes. Yes, Auntie, I'm feeling the
Yes.
Look, Aunt
Yes.
Gina's from New Bern, North Carolina, by the way. I think that's part of the reason
Wait,
why.
Period.
252.
Yes, she's from New Bern. Yes, yes. Hey, Aunt Jean, Aunt Jean. Welcome to episode 14, y'all. 14. I cannot believe we're on episode 14. We are on
That was
episode 14
amazing.
tonight. You are on live with y'all's girl and Teals, Kinky Roots Evolved, and we have a very, very, very freaking special guest tonight. Our girl
Go,
Shalita
go. No. Hey,
from
everybody.
New Bern. Yes, New Bern, North Carolina. Yes, class of '03, right?
Oh,
The
three.
Bears. Oh my gosh. So, Shalita has graced us with her presence tonight. She has gotten on. She's going to share her beautiful journey of life with us. And tonight we're going to talk about the process of being broken and at the end result, which is becoming open. And the term open came to me because when I was asking Shalita, I was like, hey, girl, is there anything you don't want us to talk about? And she said, no, I'm open. I'm an open book. Y'all, that blessed me tremendously. I was like, how beautiful is that? And it blessed me so much because she sent me her life story. So I'm looking at all of these things she's gone through, everything she's overcome. And for her to just say, I'm open, I was like, oh my goodness, how beautiful is that? So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Y'all feel free to chime in, give us some insight and some wisdom from your life's journey.
Yeah.
So yeah, Teals, you want to hop on and say something too before we dive on in this thing with Shalita?
I'm so happy to have Shalita here. I know this is something that Shalita has voice and she's something that she wants to do on her own. So I'm just happy that we can kind of help like her like embark on that journey. Shalita is an open book. We met probably high school?
No, ma'am.
No,
I think
middle
we met in
school.
middle school.
So we met in middle school, probably running track
Ooh, hold on.
together.
Wait a minute. Ooh, I just got to say, Tila, you have the elephant brain and you always get it right. And that one time you were like, high school? And then she was like, no. I'm like,
It was close to
what?
high school though. I think it was like eighth grade because I remember in like sixth and seventh grade they used to be like, "Are you related to Tila?" And I'd be like, "I don't know nobody named
We
Tila."
went to different schools. So that is our
Oh,
story.
Yeah, but I met
Everybody said
in
I was related to
Bakersfield.
Shalita. And Shalita, everybody said Shalita was related to me. We never knew each other, but we knew each other, right? And
mm,
so that's basically how it came about. But like I want to say, if we did meet in middle school, it was most definitely during track season.
Yeah.
And then naturally in high school, she being in Duffyfield, and then me being on the Avenue part time, and then in Fox Chase, whatever. We just became friends. And from the very first time that I met Shalita, it's just like what you see is what you get. Shalita is she's all the things. She is
All the
she
things.
is all the things for sure. So I mean, with that again, I'm happy to have her. I remember when we were looking for like just kind of bringing someone on board, someone to just to kind of like venture out with us or just to help co-host. Shalita was our first option. She was our first option, and so sadly, her schedule, not sadly, but because I understand just being a mom and being supportive of your children, her schedule didn't necessarily sync with ours, but nevertheless, she's here. We're so happy to have her. And yes, Brown Girls Rock.
Absolutely. And I do want to say, I know I told y'all a little bit before we came on, but I want everybody to know that I think it's such a blessing for you guys to let me come on your vi- not venue, girl, your platform. There we go. Come on your platform and just be able to interact with other people because this is a dream of mine, something that I want to pursue. And seeing you guys doing it and already on your 14th episode, that's definitely inspiring. And it definitely, like, I know I've reached out to you guys and asked you questions, and you don't have a problem with helping me. And I think that's very big, especially in the Black community, for us to lift each other up as Black women. I love that, and I appreciate you guys for having me.
Yes, it's sisterhood, baby. It's
Mhm.
deep. It's real deep, don't it, Taylor? It's real deep.
Yes, yes.
So, okay, so with that in mind, Shalita, I want to ask you, and I want to make sure I say this right. So, Shalita sent over her bio, and this thing is amazing, by the way. But there
Girl,
was
that's a
one
snippet.
thing that, say that again.
I said that's a snippet.
And it's only a snippet. So, Shalita, educate us on this. You said you are first generation born Jamaican immigrant. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I'm a first generation. My father is from Jamaica, and him and his all his brothers and sisters and his mom moved here. And so I'm the first born child of a Jamaican immigrant. And yeah, so it's really amazing story, and it goes to touch. I would like to share just because it touches my bloodline and reminds me of how strong I am. My grandmother had 11 kids, 12, but 11 that were living at the time, and they sold peanuts. My dad and his brother at 5 and 6 years old used to get on the bus and ride 2.5 hours to the jockey stadium to sell peanuts. And my grandma and them, everybody, it was a family business. Everybody sold peanuts to be able to come to America. And she did that with 11 kids. Like, and she was able to bring, well, my father and his brother went to England when they were younger, but the other 9 kids, she was able to get to come to America just from selling peanuts. And to me, that just goes to what's in me because I've been through so many struggles and trials and tribulations, and it hasn't broke me. And I think about my grandmother with them 11 kids. I got 2 kids, and I know how hard it is. So I could just imagine and being in a situation where you're trying to bring them to a better life. So absolutely, I wear my Jamaican heritage very strongly and proudly.
Wow. So, what part of Jamaica were they from?
My father is from Black River, Jamaica. It's the country. It ain't nowhere you going to go vacation to, but it's the country. They have like I actually just missed the trip. My sister and my aunt went back to our family because my grandmother's house is still there. We still have our land, and they went back there and it was like goats and stuff all over the land. It's dirt, like yeah. So it's real country. It's nothing like Kingston, and it's nothing like Montego Bay. It's just country.
Jamaica, Jamaica.
Jamaica, Jamaica. Hey, you better know it.
Wow, that is beautiful. I love that. My little sister Yesenia, her father is Jamaican,
Okay.
and I can't. I think he's Montego Bay. I think Montego Bay. But yeah, she's Jamaican. half Jamaican anyway.
Yeah,
But man,
my
that is
aunt,
a beautiful
my aunt
story.
had a birthday yesterday too. Y'all can go check her out. Some shout out to the true black hair queen. She is in New York, so y'all look up True Virgin Hair. I
Uh-huh.
think I'm saying it right. I hope I'm plugging her right. But yeah, True Indian Hair. I had it wrong. True Indian Hair. Go look up my aunt Karen. Her birthday was yesterday, and she's a millionaire, and she's also like a very big inspiration for me because she came to America when my aunt bought them kids, and she's a millionaire now. She has multiple businesses. She's thriving, very famous clients. She's done Beyonce, Oprah tour as far as hair, so very inspiring.
Wow, that is so awesome. You're gonna have to text me the right name so I can put it in the chat the right way.
Yes,
So we
True Indian
can
Hair, y'all. I'm sorry I had it wrong, but it is True
I don't
Indian
want to
Hair.
put the wrong. My daughter Abby's birthday was yesterday. March 4th was a good day for a lot of
See,
people.
I'm just
Yeah, March 4th
that's
was a huge day.
she gonna be a turn
Okay,
up girl because my auntie is a turn up girl with me. That's my turn up queen.
she said she's a turn girl. Y'all, we got our girl Kokila up here too. Kokila, what's up? I don't know if y'all can see her in the chat. Let me see. I'm gonna try this real quick. If I could put the chat in the overlay.
I
Hold
see
on.
it.
Y'all see it?
Oh, okay.
I see it both on
Boom.
both.
That way, when the comments come in, y'all can give shout outs to your people that tune in. Okay, so we got a little bit about your background, right? Let's jump on into the meat. Okay,
Our audience is seeing the comments too.
say that again.
Our audience is seeing the comments too, just so you know, with the
On
overlay. If you're fine
Restream
with that,
or
I'm
on?
fine with it. They're sending it on Facebook.
Okay,
I'm fine with it too if you're fine with it. But I mean, it's either way because if when you're live, you see the comments come in too. So I just want you to, if you're
okay. Sorry,
comfortable
you
with
broke up a
that.
little bit. Say that again. We love you too, Kokila.
Love you
Say that
too,
again.
Tequila.
As long as you're fine with it, I'm fine with it.
Okay, I couldn't hear. It's kind of like breaking up. So Kokila's actually chiming in from our YouTube channel. Let's
Yeah,
go. She's doing the
yeah.
comments from YouTube. Just FYI, which is good. Yeah, we're on YouTube, y'all. Look at
I can
our
see
little
it. It shows
banner.
the links. So you're commenting from Restream, and then DJ is commenting from Facebook, and then Kokila is from YouTube.
Why I only see? Okay, I see it. DJ, that's my auntie. DJ Hodges, is
Okay,
that
that's
you?
Auntie Jean.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, awesome.
So we're seeing everybody, correct?
I got a big face, don't I?
No, you like all the way up to the camera talking about I got a big face.
I was.
I
I
think we all will
know.
if we get that close.
Okay. So let's get right into the meat of it. It's so deep, but we want to start off at the surface, right? So we wanted to talk about the different seasons of life or life in general, how we've gone through situations of actually being broken. Um, Broken from a sense of, Jane said you're beautiful.
Thank
Thank
you. I
you.
can put
Sorry,
my
I got
face in
sidetracked.
this.
Broken from a sense of, being in a situation and it kind of broke you to your core, right? So we don't want the whole broken idea to kind of have a bad connotation with it, meaning you're broken, you're done, it shut life down. No, that's not what we're saying. We want to talk about it from a perspective of it actually being a healing mechanism, right? The
So being
start
Oh,
to the
it'll
healing pathway.
deconstructed so you can be built back up.
Yes, transformation. I think that's a good
Mhm.
term to use. The transformation process, right? So Shalita, you're the special guest, right? So you tell us about any scenarios, any situations in life. Pick one that has really impacted you the most. Um, from a standpoint of being broken but yet now healed, and then also being open from that brokenness.
Mm. Girl, this is I've been broken down a lot. But okay, but one that could easily stick out was my husband passing away. So that that was a time where, of course, when you get married, you think you have a plan. You plan your life with this person and being part of the plan. And um, even though you go through relationship problems and stuff, you think is at the end it's gonna work out and that person is gonna be there for you. So when my husband passed away, that was not only detrimental to me mentally, but also financially and everything else because we were very young. We're only 26, 27 years old, so we didn't have life insurance. We didn't think about burying nobody and things like that. So it went from me being okay to now I gotta pay to help this burial, and it took away everything that I had. So I really started over from zero. My car broke down, I think, a couple of weeks after that, and I had to move to the projects. Well, I was in the projects, but I was in the projects with no car, with two kids, and I felt like no emotional support from anyone. And it was just a hard time for me. I remember walking down the street to Dr. Ingles to take my kids to doctor appointments, and just saying in my head like, how can I get better? How can I, like, you know what I'm saying? Like what was me for a little bit, and then it was, okay, God, what do you want me to do? How can I come out of this? And that's when I really feel like I got my strength to, okay, I'm not going to accept the situation I'm in. I'm going to set these goals so I can get to a better place. And thank God your girl was able to do it. I came up with a plan. I set my sights on what I wanted to do. I did that and was able to go back to school, finish school, get out of the projects, move into an apartment, and now I'm a homeowner, and God is
She's
good.
next door neighbors to a pony, a donkey.
Yeah, I'm all the way down
Yes.
the street.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow. I don't even know where to start. Tila, do you wanna talk about Shalita's level of brokenness? Like that hit me. Like I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I had to hold tears back. I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, because I feel like that level of brokenness, no one can really prepare for it. And then at such a young age, you were 27 with two children and no plan. And like you said, even if you had a plan in place, there's no words to really describe that level of brokenness,
yeah,
right? So first of all, I want to say my condolences. I freaking commend you because so many people would not have made it out of that space. That's a very, very, I feel like hard is an understatement.
but,
That's a
but God,
challenging space to be in.
God is so good because since that has happened, it has been so many times where even like I'm one of those people, so people just walk up to me and like I promise you the God, you guys, they will just talk to me like they know me for years or something. And I mean like just I'm sitting in the doctor's office or I'm going to catch a bus or anything, you know. So it's been so many people who I've been able to testify to, even at work. You know, like people call in and my husband just passed away, or
Mm.
you know, so and it's just being able to relate to those people. Even my mom, I just lost my father, so like just knowing what she's going through gives me a more sensitive heart so that I can be there because I have wasn't nobody there for me. So it helps me to be a light to others. I see why God, I always tell people God don't make no mistakes and God do everything for a reason, because in every facet of my life, everything that I thought was a bad thing happening to me has prepared me to help others in the position I am today.
I'll let Tila talk because I could talk all night on this one. Tila, I'll let you go ahead.
I think as far as everything that Shalita's been through, I think it was necessarily, like, I tie things into our name roots, right? And so the things that you've experienced, to me, those became your roots in order for you to blossom. This is personal growth, whichever way you're going. And so you losing your husband at a young age, I mean, we're all the same age essentially. And in comparison, I think Steve and I have been together almost 12 years, right? That's probably just about, roughly about the same timing, time frame wise. I couldn't imagine
Yeah,
being
I don't know. I started talking to Stallone probably when I was 15. Like I met Stallone first when I was 15.
right, but as far as the passing, sorry.
Oh,
Um,
oh, oh.
yeah, so roughly about 12 to 14 years or something like that. I couldn't imagine being in your space and then you're so light footed with it. You know what I mean? It's almost like, like how you mentioned that you look at you and initially you would look at things that it was bad, but now you have this growth and it's just like, no, God or the most high didn't make a mistake. I endured and able to accomplish these things. Yes, I lost everything. I was at rock bottom. But to me, that was a root, that was a seed being sown to blossom into this beautiful person that you are. Your spirit is so, I don't think there's one word to describe Shalita. And like as far as your energy, you have a magnetic energy. So when you say that people talk to you, like in like at the doctor's office or wherever, it's true. But something that a lot of people don't have the ability to listen, and you have that. You have the ability to listen. How many times have I called you about, you know what I mean, life? You know what I'm saying? And not saying like, Shalita would be the last person, but Shalita's actually that person. I'm like, when I want that prophetic homegirl down the street, like, but then on a I'm gonna say this word on the philosophical. I knew I was gonna say that word wrong.
Oh, you went. I can't hear you.
But yes,
Okay.
but like I know to contact Shalita in that space. You know what I'm saying? Like she's gonna give me the urban way of it, the street way of it, and then she's gonna also give me the scientific way of it. And so I don't know. I commend you. You made a statement of woe is me. I don't I don't feel like that's ever been you. I just feel like you was in a space, and sometimes people want you to get out of feeling a certain way. You have to endure these emotions. You're human. You know
And
what I
I
mean? Because whether you do it now, it's going to come back to get you later.
and what you just said that was strong. You just ain't never see it. So
Mm.
a trauma response for me is that, and it's probably been happening since I was a baby, is that I'm a self-soother.
Mm.
So when I'm going through things, I tend to isolate. I don't want to bring other people's moods down. I don't want to make you feel bad. I don't want you to feel pity for me. So I'm gonna go over here and cry in my bed. And like, you know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of nights crying, breaking down. You know what I'm saying? I suffer from depression because since a child I've been holding things in. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, and it's
I'm
a
not saying that you don't. I
trauma
think
response.
I don't really think you. I'm not gonna say. And again, I may not. I haven't seen it, but when people say "woe is me," I feel like woe is me is a situation where, like, one, you can't really tell a person how to get past something, right? um because everybody endures in their own time and in their own space. But I don't want you to take it as me saying like, don't, you didn't, like, I think it's very beneficial for us all to embrace sorrow, heartache, happiness, like all the things. So you going through your emotions, just knowing you, I couldn't label you as a woe is me person ever,
Yeah,
right?
and you probably wouldn't because it's not. It's never y'all look. Woe is me. It's always in my head me feeling sorry for myself, like why this gotta happen to me. When I say woe is me, that's the mentality. I mean, I used to be a person that be like, why this gotta happen to me? Why the
Mm-hmm.
bad things always happening to me? Instead of looking at them as the opportunities for growth that they are, because everything that we going through is a lesson. You know,
Most definitely.
everything we're going through is preparing us. You know what I mean? Like just like me being molested, that was a big trigger for me as a child. You know what I'm saying? Me as an adult, you know how many teen girls and young people I've been able to relate to, have conversations with, sit down and talk to them, hug on them and love on them because I've been through that. And if I hadn't been through that, I probably wouldn't be able to have the same compassion for the situation or have the right words to say or just to feel it at a level that I do without me having gone through that. So even those negative things are a blessing because God is real, and God only, when they say God knows how much you can handle, it's true. Like, and he give his hardest battles to the hardest people because he has light for you to use those battles. You know what I'm saying? Like you losing your child, like you losing a parent. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you go through is so that you can be a blessing to someone else. You can, that's part of your testimony. You know what I'm saying? You go through
Mm-hmm.
the test so it can be a part of.
Agreed, Kokila.
Absolutely. So I when I say woe is me, I mean the pity party I was having internally for myself.
Understand.
Yeah.
That self-soothing that you mentioned, that was beautiful. Like people do it. Almost everybody does that, the self-soothing.
Absolutely.
But I've never really heard it put that way. So that just blessed me like tremendously because
I think it's a wonderful. Now, honestly, I think it's a wonderful trait to have. And this is, I think, this is just me trying to find the silver lining in it all. And I think we all can go into a space of like when we've, just been there, and like I'll go with the phrase "the woe is me," But to be a self soother, like, at what point do we just say, you know what, like, all right, Tila, it's time to keep the can. You know what I mean? And so I think it's beautiful because sometimes you have those people who's always looking for someone to lift them up. Like you, and I know we all hear it, but I'm only as good to you as I am to myself,
Absolutely.
right? And so, you know what I mean, like that. I think it's a beautiful thing. It's not. I didn't. And I'm not sure necessarily how you meant it, but I felt like it was like it's like I like it. I really do like it.
Yeah. I'm a self-soother by habit. It can be dangerous. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the healthiest trait to have.
Okay.
But it can be dangerous because it's very easy to get comfortable in your own space and then like now, like I often have to work through social anxiety when it's time for me to go outside and do things with people or be in spaces with other energies. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
scary because I'm protected over here in my space. I know I can control me over
Um.
here, but when I get into this space, I don't know what's going to trigger me. I don't know who's going to. So it can be, it's a give and take. I guess I can see where you can take
No, I
it.
can. I
Sometimes
can see your perspective too, and I just immediately thought about a small child. That we say let them cry, so
mhm,
they can self soothe,
absolutely.
right? They can, you know what I'm saying, like, exactly what it is. It's like self explanatory. But then if this child is left alone too many times, they create a sense of independence, a
Uh,
sense of loneliness. So that's exactly, like,
that,
I get it. I
absolutely,
wholeheartedly get it. Yes.
and that's the dangerous part because
Right.
it does, and it gets
Right.
to a point where I know even with me trying to date now is difficult because I'm used to my own space and so now any little thing, anything You
I'm
bring
sure
me home.
it creates
I'm
trust
done.
trust issues.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
anything that makes me feel like I'm about to stress or you about to bother my peace, I'm done. And that's not what relationships are. Relationships are compromised, but it's
Very
hard when
much.
you used to being by
And
yourself
independent.
to get back
Yes.
into a compromised situation.
Wow.
No.
I love the fact how you were able to, your journey, even though painful, and we've only talked about the one scenario and we're like feeding off of it, and I love it. How you're able to actually empathize with your mother, how you're able to be there for your mom right now because of what you have already experienced. That
At
is
such a young
absolutely
age.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, because
beautiful. I
normally
mean,
it's
you,
the older looking down, you know?
yeah, there's people who pass who never have experienced what you've already experienced. You know what I mean? So the fact that you've gone through so many facets of life, um, and going through so many facets of life, I don't even want to call it brokenness at this moment, because I feel like everything that you've gone through has been so beautiful and empowering to a point that you've allowed it to help you heal others. You know what I mean? Like, you're not closed off to it, you're open.
Absolutely.
So when you find a random stranger, and because your energy is so freaking amazing, your frequency is so freaking high,
That
anybody will,
magnetic pull, I'm telling
yeah,
you.
like anybody will just attract to you.
I,
And I just want to put it out there. I haven't seen Shalita since high school, y'all. But we talk on the phone and vibe like we see each other every other weekend. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. But she has that beautiful spirit. Like, you don't have to be in her presence physically. You know what I mean? You can literally just connect with her via phone, text, and it's there. You feel the good energy. But I want to talk about the beauty of you being able to literally empathize with people in their situations, and that in itself is a beautiful, beautiful trait to have, because not everybody has that. You don't bring sympathy, you bring empathy, and attached to empathy is healing, and there's peace when somebody knows, okay, you have gone through what I am going through now, so they have this peace. She's so cute, by the way, with opening up. You know what I mean?
She is
So
the
I
light.
just
She
want to
is
touch
the
on that
lighter
because
version
that's
of
so
Shalita.
deep. Look, I almost want to make her come back to the screen.
She's not going to.
How old is your daughter?
she's 15.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son Sincere is 15. He'll be 16 this year.
Okay, since he was a soccer player, he might need to meet sincere to soccer
He said Sincere the soccer
player.
player. Listen,
Bro,
yeah,
he
he'll
might
be.
need to meet you.
He
Mom,
probably watching right now, like, Mom, why you do that to me? Put me on blast.
so I'm
Um,
watching you, sincere. I've been seeing you on that soccer court. She plays soccer too, so y'all
yeah.
bond.
I'm weak.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. So, how do you feel with your level of being open? Do you really feel like at any moment you're open, or do you have some times where you're kind of reserved off? Or how do you feel about your openness, Shalita, now that you've gone through so many things? Have you ever had moments where you're like, Sincere just hopped on? He said, Sincere said, hey. Y'all, we for real about to do a connection over here like this. No, I'm just playing. So, Shalita, how do you feel about your different levels of openness?
I've always felt like I've been an open person um since a child. I just always been
Oh,
like, but I think now it's more of it is more of a guarded level of protection there. But when I'm in a situation with women or people that I feel are pure intentioned, I would say, or I don't want to say good natured because it's not the nature because you can be a good person but still have a little bit of ill. But people that I feel aren't ill intentioned, I'm an open book. That's why when you ask me about speaking on your platform, what would I discuss? Um, I could discuss anything with you guys, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to plug this thing in, y'all. I don't even know where it's at.
Um,
Okay, sorry, but I feel like with you guys, I can be as open as I can because I trust your intentions. Think you would do anything to put me in a bad situation. So of course, with you guys, I can be more open than I would with someone who maybe I didn't know their intentions yet.
That makes sense. Well, thank you. We appreciate that. That means a lot.
I appreciate y'all.
I would just like to kind of elaborate a little bit more on just you being you are an open book, and you've always been very transparent. Before we took transparent and started running with it, you have been literally like the epitome of it, right? But what's I think our ironic about it is you being a very reserved person when it comes to um, like you're guarded in a sense with certain things. And so I just think that it's one like you have developed a sense of knowing. Um, because again, like from as long as we've known each other, I'm just like, well, what you get is what you see is what you get with Shalita. But then also just kind of knowing like when you talk about intent and like some of the things that we experienced together.
Right.
And so I immediately kind of smirked at that because like you taught me, and I'll always go back to like, yo, she like you really you taught me to stand my ground. In just it was just such an odd situation. But I don't know. I know what I'm trying to say. I just can't really find the right words for it. But like for you to be such an open book, you're very guarded, and it's just kind of like, how do those two, like you're vulnerable, but you're protected. You know what I mean? Like how do those two go together? But they go together so well with you.
I think it's just me getting older and with wisdom, like learning yourself. I moved out of my mama's house when I was 16 years old. So learning and trial and error.
No, this is true.
learning
I was
situations.
there for that journey.
And yes, and learning to really trust my intuition. That has been a big thing for me. Even now, like the last couple of years, learning to trust. I just made a post the other day about how I wanted to have chickens last year, and I let my mama talk me out of it because I ain't go with my gut and they ain't trust
You
my intuition.
did.
Yeah,
You
so
did.
so to me, it's learning to trust myself
What
because
I tell you to do, Shalita.
she gonna be mad because she was mad about that post, girl. But it was the truth. And
I said, go get your chickens, girl. Shalita said, I'm leaving.
yeah, I'm about to leave the country in a couple of years. Now. I ain't got time for this shit. I could have been an egg club right now. But
You really
yeah, I
could have
think
been
just
the egg
just
club.
learning to trust my intuition has been a big thing for me because every situation that I've done, and I'm sure it's the same for you. I just think as Black women we have it, and you can like if you do something and you get caught and you be like, something told me not to do that. Or you know what I'm saying, you start talking to a dude, you might be like, oh, and you ignore it, but you knew it in the beginning. Like they say
Yeah.
hindsight is 2020, but it's not hindsight. It's just the fact of you trusting who you are. If you trusted who you were in that moment, you wouldn't have made that mistake. So I'm just learning every day to trust myself more and more with the decisions I want to make for me. So
That's beautiful.
yeah.
I think also for you, and I'm gonna get back to that energy that you have and the level of frequency that you stay on. I think I know from experience, from a spiritual perspective, um, it allows you to move and groove much differently. It makes it actually easier to be open yet guarded.
Mm-hmm.
And I really feel like it makes the navigation phases of life much smoother. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times a person doesn't even have to speak to you, Shalita. They can sit beside you and you know to keep it moving because you've already picked up on the energy that's coming
Oh yeah,
off of
I'm
them. You know
big
what I
on
mean? So I feel like Shalita's on that level. You know what I'm saying? She don't have to talk. They don't have to talk. Like, cause she's on that frequency. Like that's what I get from her. And so her level of wisdom and insight with life is really, I feel like it's something from like the ancestors, almost
Oh,
like
I
you've
talk to
been
you
here
every
before.
morning.
It's like, yeah, you know, them old people like, oh,
Yeah.
you've been here before. I think she's got that type of spirit. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's why she's able to move and groove so easily like that, to be open but still guarded, which is beautiful, beautiful. Do you feel like you have a lot more peace in this
Yeah.
season of life with everything you've gone
Absolutely.
through?
I think it's not peace. It's not less stuff happening to me. I'm still going through challenges all the time. But I think in trusting myself, I've learned to trust in God, trust the God in me. So I'm more
Yes.
I'm more quicker to ride the wave. I don't worry anymore. I used to, if something happened, be like, oh my God, how I'm gonna pay this bill? Oh, like freaking out. Oh God, I gotta make sure this, and it would stress me out, and I would be so panicky. And now I'm like, oh, okay, it's gonna get paid. Like God done worked out every
Uh,
problem I've ever had. Worrying is crazy when you think about it. Like God done worked out every problem you have ever had for the last. I know me, I'm 40. So for the last 40 years, every problem I have ever had has been worked out and solved. Why would I worry about a problem? It don't make sense. It don't make
No,
sense.
I'm telling you
yeah.
something, and it's. I like that you bring that up because for me, I think I used to be the worrier, and this because I'm a planner, right?
Mhm.
And just with my personality, we and going through what I went through as a child, I become a person where I just need to know, right?
Mhm.
But then when I got in the space of not being able to know, right? I had to trust that what was meant to me, what was meant for me was just going to happen. And
Absolutely.
so I went through I worked for Geico for a number of years, over a decade. And then I got stressed out, right? Quit them. And then I just kind of took a hiatus, started with another company. And from the jump, like I really wanted to work for this company. And then it was like, ooh, I think I kind of regret this decision, right? And so just kind of like coasted it out until I couldn't coast anymore, got laid off or whatever. And then it was just kind of like, I remember telling Kim, I'm not about to stress about this. If it's meant for me to have something fall into place, it's gonna fall into place. And it literally,
Yep.
like, I was able to meet Donzie in Charleston with no job.
Ain't
Like,
it good?
oh, okay. Let me tell you something. Getting my hair done, getting my nails done, still flossing in that big body Benz with no job. You know
Hello.
what I'm saying?
Cause he gonna work it out every time.
And that's what
Every
and
time.
it still was able to, like, I'm at this point, I'm, like with teaching, you got to basically put your hours in the bank before you can get a check. I'm talking about like a month and a half. So I sub for a good little bit. I'm still taking my baby to get after school snacks, and I'm not worried about it. We didn't miss a bill. Every bill got paid. We still had money in our pockets to play with. And then it was like, boom, I had an opportunity to start with the company that I work for now.
See?
And even started with, and things just fell into place. And I let them know off the bat, like, hey, me and my family with no job, we got vacation scheduled to go to the Bahamas for Christmas with no job. And we went. You know what I'm
Period.
saying? And it was no,
Yep.
I did not worry about anything. Started a job and
And
took
guess what?
vacation.
Your bills paid today, ain't they?
Yes.
Hello.
Every last one of them.
Hello.
Every last
And that's what
one of
I like
them.
to tell people. You can't have faith and fear.
No, and I'm
You have
telling
it
you,
don't go
It don't
together.
mix.
sis,
So
Shalita, oh my gosh, I literally kept saying that to myself. I cannot ask you to step in for me and then take on the load of worrying. If I trust in you and I
Yeah.
believe in you, most high, you're gonna do what you say you're gonna do, and you're gonna make things happen. And like I just,
and
And
let me
that's
tell
what
you how the
happens.
universe works and how we was bringing on more bad stuff on ourselves by worrying. Because the universe works off of energy. So what you put out is what you get in. You know what I'm saying? When you
absolutely.
sitting there around there worrying and hectic, now you worrying about this, you in your mind. Now you ain't paying attention to them kids. So now them kids acting up a little bit more than they would
Right.
if you was in your happy place. Now you and your man ain't one accord because you over here thinking about this. He asking you about this. And now y'all going through problems because it's irritation. You know what I'm saying? So all those energies come from you. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? And you
Yes.
don't realize what you're putting out. But when you're faithful in the midst and trust God and keep your eyes focused on what God wants you to keep your eyes focused on, now you more rolling in that positive energy, positive things start aligning. Now
No,
God
for
like,
real.
girl, I ain't know I'm about to get this $200 check. Where this check come from? Now God can bless you
Look,
in the
look
universe
at
and
that
give you that
number.
positive
I just
energy.
got a $200 check in my email. They was like, "Hey, don't forget to deposit," because I thought it was spam. They said, "Don't forget to
Nobody say be
deposit
careful.
$200." Girl, no,
Right,
that
right.
me
And
sent
see,
that
but this is
me.
the thing though,
It
like
was
this is what
$200.
we're talking about now, this frequency and this faith over fear. This is how we're supposed to live
Absolutely.
daily, not in seasons, but this is supposed to be your life. Like this is how life is
Absolutely.
supposed
Yeah.
to be. Not when it gets hard and you don't know how you're gonna make ends meet. You're supposed to wake up
Every
like
day.
this daily, stress free, not worrying about anything, with or
Right.
without a
Right,
job.
right, right,
You
right.
know, family in order. You know, y'all, family, then the job or the
Girl.
hustle. You know what I mean? So it's like this is how we were created to
Oh my gosh,
live.
yes, yes,
Absolutely.
Live. You
And
know,
yes.
it's
it's a
so
beautiful
freeing. Cause my
thing.
favorite saying now is I can't worry about it.
No.
Them people at
Can't
the
worry
job
about it.
trying to what? I can't worry about it, baby.
Yeah, I know that's right. Go ahead. Sounds like
What?
somebody, mama.
That bill coming and that check ain't coming to the 8th. That bill coming on the 5th. You know what? I can't worry about it.
Right. It'll get
I
paid
can't
when
worry
it get
about it.
paid.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And
Exactly.
God work it out every
Exactly.
time. God be like, let me move this over here. And that's when he let you see him work, because as long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you have pure intentions, you're following his path. He wants us to help each other. He wants us to build each other up. You know what I'm saying? When they talk
Mm-hmm.
about giving and
Absolutely.
offering and tithes, that's not supposed to be no money and no collection plate. White man made up money. That ain't what that is. What that is giving to each other mentally, like,
Come
physically,
on now.
and,
Didn't we just
and
talk
breathing life
about
into
this?
each other.
We just talked about that the last
Oh,
time we
sorry,
spoke.
Yes,
but
Come
I'm
on,
like
just
Most
saying.
High.
as
Come
much as
on.
let me tell you
Come
something. As
on.
much as I give to these kids in my neighborhood, to these kids at my children's school, what like people like we give Christmas cards and stockings and socks and whatever that I like. You know what? I just feel like doing this. That is a bigger tithe and offering to me than me dropping $10, $100, whatever my little 10%
Absolutely.
is. And
Even
if the
if,
thing about it
even,
is, it
even
don't
if
even
you taking them
match.
kids, even if you just take them kids into your home for a couple hours still and say, let me put a movie on for y'all to
That's it.
watch.
It's your
But that's what I'm
They're
presence.
in a
saying.
positive
Yeah, it's your
environment and they
authentic
not
presence.
getting
Yeah.
abused. That's a
They hear
blessing.
every day. They hear every day.
Girl,
They
I
hear every
know.
day. Let me tell you, but like, and even with the school, the teacher sent home a note. She said, "Hey, some of the kids don't have snacks.
Oh,
They want to implement snack time." I took this big old basket in our pantry where I just dumped my kids' snacks in there, and I dumped it in a plastic bag, and it's on its way to school. You know what I'm saying?
that's
Like
a
that's my
blessing.
tithe. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
at first I was like, well, can we just have a sign days? I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna get in their business. I got 3 boxes of chips in the pan in the garage. They can have it all.
It's your intention. I tell people all the
Yes,
my friends be like, why you
Exactly.
because I'm quick to write under 5 points and somebody might be out there, here, take this 15. You know they about to go buy liquor with it. I don't care what they
that's
about to do
their
with it.
business.
My intention,
Right.
my intention was to help.
Just
So
imagine.
whatever God
Right.
Tam got for
There.
them, it was meant for them to get that at that time. And they about to
Yes.
go, you know what I'm saying?
One of my cousins taught me that. When that money went from my hand to their hand, I was giving them the money just like, get like eat. They went and bought alcohol. And I said, you know what you say, Shalita? I can't worry about that. If
I
he
can't
gonna be
worry about
hungry, he gonna be
Worry about it.
hungry. You understand? I gave you the money to eat, but what you decide to do
And
with it,
look,
sir,
and
that's
that,
your business.
and you never our God is so wondrous. You never know that money you gave him might have went and bought that bottle And that bottle might be the bottle that he drink and go do something crazy and turn his life around and make him into a better person so he can go help somebody else that's on that alcohol. You know
Right.
what I'm
But
saying?
I just said it was none of my business. Once that money left my hand into his hand, that's his business.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a gift from me to you.
Right. That's I feel like too, y'all, when y'all understand the intention, that also goes to obedience. When you're obedient to the call in the
Mm-hmm.
moment, you don't care about what
Right.
comes
Right,
after.
right.
You're in
Because
obedient
what
in the moment. You know what I mean? With
Right.
pure intention. Like
and
it
a
doesn't
lot of
matter.
it is a control thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember my aunt telling me like she wouldn't ask one of my other aunts. She hated to ask her for money. Like they were both kind of like ask each other for money back and forth. But when she went to this particular sister, that sister wanted to know why, what you gonna use it for. It's none of your business. If you're gonna let me have it or not.
Right.
You understand? What I use it for is my business.
Right.
You
Like
know,
you said, it is a control thing.
it is
Yeah.
very much.
That probably that control probably come from trauma. Cause that aunt probably done gave somebody some money and they done went and
This
did
is
something.
true,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
you
So
can't hold that over everybody's head though.
absolutely. I'm not saying no, honey, trauma ain't we all go through it and it's just a lot of people not healed.
Mm-hmm.
We can't judge her on her
Bingo.
trauma because that's her
Yeah, no,
trauma.
I'm not. But I looked at it as like that was just for me. It was just like, oh, she was just trying to
Yeah,
control how the money was
absolutely.
spent. But once it left her hands and went to your hands, at this point, you have no more control.
Mm-hmm. Let that gift be that gift, baby.
For sure.
Give me
Let
that
that
gift,
gift be that
baby.
gift and stop worrying about it.
Right.
Can't worry about that. I'm about to go back upstairs
I
and be
can't
like,
worry.
can't worry about it.
You gotta look over your shoulder
Already
and say, I can't
can't
worry
worry
about
about
it.
Look at our
Can't worry
camera
about it.
banging.
Oh my gosh, this was so good. Oh my gosh, I feel like we can vibe all freaking night. We're gonna have to do this again, y'all. We have to do this again because this was not
I would
enough
love
time,
Not
to.
even
at
though we're
Oh my
all.
almost
Not
God,
at
at
the
all.
hour. This was so amazing. Shalita, thank you so much. Do you have anything you want to close Um, with you, anything you want to tell the audience, anything you want to close with before we hop off
The bank
tonight?
head bounce.
PP,
No,
spare
it's
some PP everywhere you go. Peace and positivity. Give other people grace. We all done fell short. We
Mm.
all done did something we not proud of. Give other people grace to make their mistakes like you got to make yours. Love on each other. It's too much going on. Trump trying to kill us. He trying to take us back to slavery, y'all. It's too much going on. Let's love on each other, baby.
I just love her. Oh my gosh, I wish you was here with me right now. So when we hop off this podcast, I can vibe with you some more. Like this is too funny. I love it though. I love it. But this is Shalita. Her energy. It's like you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh when you're with her. It doesn't matter what the
Mhm.
conversation started with. Before you hang
Honey,
up, you
my
gonna laugh,
friend
and
called
you're
me
gonna feel
about
good.
they give me condolences for my daddy, and she like, I should not be laughing this hard on the phone with you, and I called you to check on you about your daddy. Like, girl, we gonna laugh. My daddy said, ain't no crime, baby. We gonna laugh. But that's what I.
Absolutely. And that's something else, y'all. I think that comes from our roots too, the whole new burn in us. I will say that's kind of like a new burn thing. A lot of people that I'm attached to a new burn, we laugh and joke even in the hardest seasons. Like when we connect,
Yeah,
we gonna laugh and joke.
absolutely.
Not just with y'all. I got other people in new burn. When I call them, I already know we're gonna laugh, joke, be stupid, and then we're
You
gonna
gonna be
get back in
like, girl,
line and
he gonna
focus, get
crack.
things
Oh,
done,
that
right?
is so sad. But girl, why he have to wear them shoes?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I do want to say, I just want to say for me on a personal level, Shalito, you have blessed me like crazy. Like everything you were talking about tonight, it just really blessed
She
me
is such
because
a
we all are
waterhead.
going through, even though we don't
You
talk
about to
about
cry,
it.
Shalita.
Um,
Oh, make me
for the
cry.
words you gave me
Right.
tonight,
Dante is a
yeah, they hit
bingo,
home. I'm not even
yo,
lying.
Dante is a waterhead. I'm telling you, it'd be like somebody be standing behind her with a little faucet thing. It'd be
Girl, and I got the same water faucets, and I'm trying to be hard.
But I just want to say thank you for your openness. Thank you for sharing your story because it empowered me to sit up, get up, keep looking forward and keep moving. You got
You
this.
do.
You know, it's
You
just part of
y'all
the
y'all
journey. So
both
Stop crying,
thank
girl.
you. Thank
y'all are
you.
such an
Thank you.
inspiration, man. And don't even worry about all that. Like you are such an inspiration, girl. When you was on the Africa trip, I was with you. You carried me with you. You didn't even know. Like I loved every inch of it. Tila, you know me and you talk about the battles we've gone through as dark skinned women growing up since we were younger, like our insecurities and things like that. And to see where you are now, loving on yourself, like it's so beautiful to watch both of y'all. Like you just don't
Thank you.
understand. So I really appreciate y'all bringing me here because this is love and this is full circle, and to just be able to connect with people who I did I can't say we've been connecting, but just to be able to connect with y'all as adults and seeing where y'all are and seeing the beauty that is y'all. Like I'm so proud of y'all. I want y'all to keep going because y'all are helping. Y'all are gonna help so many people. Y'all are already helping so many people, but you're gonna help so many people. And I'm so congratulations on your 14th show. I want to come back every year, even when y'all
You
get
keep
famous.
leaving an eye out her name. I'm taking this personal. Can you? It's K.R.E.
LIA. Girl, why are you taking that personal? You can just hop here and type it.
Because you know people be spelling our name wrong. You understand? So we got to be
Oh,
down for each other.
did I do it right this time?
And me and Kilo, I know we all go back, but me and Coach, like that was girl, yeah.
Just say
But that was
Coco.
just yes, yes.
Okay. Look, Coquila, no, I don't call her. We don't vibe. She don't ain't mean no harm.
No, I know you didn't mean no harm. I know you didn't mean no harm. I was just like, you keep spelling her name wrong.
Oh my God. Did you catch it when I
That's
spelled
the pickiness of
Kim's name
Tila.
wrong?
Huh?
Go ahead.
What'd you say, Shalita?
What did I say?
Yeah.
Oh, I said that's your pickiness right there because you're going to point something
Yeah.
out. But I didn't hear what Donzie said.
No, don't worry about
No.
it.
Okay.
It ain't even worth talking about. Okay, so Tila, you want to close with anything?
I think tonight was awesome. Tonight was awesome. I keep reading Kokila. I feel like Kokila needs to be next, and I was going to say that on our show, our co-hosting with us. But no, tonight was amazing. Not Tesla.
She said Tesla. Okay.
Oh,
I'm done.
wait.
Going to back to you.
Oh my
Girl,
God.
take
I'm
that out
done.
back out that name. Take that out back out that name, Donzie.
Tila in the box.
See?
What's the backstory behind Tesla?
I don't know. I already know they lost a lot of stock.
We
I
ain't
do
messing
know
with
that,
Elon.
but wait, look, whoever got him, they said they got him before they figured out Elon was crazy. But no, tonight was absolutely amazing. I do feel like we need a part two to this for sure. I felt like Shalita, I just feel like you have such a triumphant like story. You mean so much. And again, when I say your energy, very magnetic. You I don't know, like I know, you know what I'm saying? I know why to call you. I know when I want to call you, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just the things. It's all the things about you. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to whenever we can do this again.
Yeah.
And then Donzie, we go back like 4 flats before car seats was mandatory. Like
Look,
listen.
Kokila she just accepted the invite, Tila. She said she want to join.
Yes. And yeah, like I'm down for like this brown girl magic.
Yeah.
I'm so happy this is something we just, we decided just to go run with. Like I love it. I love it here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everybody keep doing you, keep smiling from within. I think that's the biggest thing is just loving our inner selves first. And just, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Today was so fun. Today was
Man.
so fun. It was serious, but it was fun. It was just encouraging, and like we found new terms. So if I put a self through the post up, y'all better like it. Y'all better expand. But yeah, like it's just I think my biggest takeaway was you being a vessel for your mother. And I think Dante kind of highlighted that a little bit. And we never think about, like how we can be instrumental, and for you to be a daughter, to be a pillar for your mom is amazing. I hate, well, I don't want to say hate because I think that's a strong word, but what it's attached to is life. We don't know our last day. But I'm so happy because just knowing what the things that we've talked about and where that can take you guys.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely. And
so,
that could be a whole other show in itself.
girl, don't get me started on the mamas.
Oh God, that's a whole other show.
Absolutely.
I am ready.
So special shout out to everybody who chimed in with comments. Coco, Coquila, thank you so much. Aunt Jean,
Thank you,
Sincere,
The original
Shalita's daughter that was in the background.
Right. We gonna come meet you soon. Cause we going on vacation. We going wherever y'all be at. Cause y'all be everywhere.
They really do. International. We need to get down to that house. That's what we need to do. Get down to that house in the DR. Yeah. And have a little girls getaway.
When we gonna do that, Donza?
ASAP. Don't play with me.
Donzetta Quiz.
The Quiz, the government name. Don't play.
Hello. Hello. I'm just saying. Car season coming up.
Hold on. Before we hop off, does anybody remember the days? Were we in class? Okay, y'all remember being in class? Was anybody in class with me when they would call my name and it'd be like D Squires? Never attempt. There was nothing. It was just a D and then Squires. Anybody remember that?
I remember that in middle school. I think in HJ, because I used to be like, what's her name?
D Squires. That was it.
Hey guys.
Right, man. But man, this was beautiful.
Question: when we did the whenever we would have to fill out like the bubble sheets for our intergrade test, did your name ever fit?
You know it ain't fit.
You know her
name. It was never fit. You gonna bring it up? You know damn well it never fit. Never fit.
Lord,
not me trying to figure out how many letters in there.
Right. I don't have no fingers for all the letters in my name. Like that's no joke.
Have you ever counted the letters in your first name?
Girl, you know I counted the letters in my name.
How many is it?
How many?
I don't want to say. I don't want to disclose right now. That's gonna be another podcast.
I'm gonna vote for 14, Tila.
She said vote for 14.
I would say 17.
I'm gonna say 14 because it's the 14th show. 14. I'm gonna
say 17.
17. No, hold on. What name are we saying? Just the first name?
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, I'll go ahead and put that in there for y'all. It's 13.
Oh, that's it?
13 letters. Me and Solomon was talking about it the other day. He said, why you married somebody with 13 letters in their first name? We were joking about it this week.
Let me be a Taurus real quick and tell y'all why I was right. It is 14 because it's Donzetta Quiz, period. Donzetta Quiz, period.
Oh, period. Girl,
period. Period. 14, I got to tell you. Look, Okila Jono, she said 17. She was with you, Tila. She thought it was 17.
I thought it was 17 too.
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
I'm always right.
Tomorrow, are y'all bidding your hand in spades? Y'all are hilarious.
17.
She said exactly.
Who is that don't need to be my partner?
Right.
That's so man. This is too much fun, y'all. We have got to do this again. This was absolutely amazing. Much needed.
Ladies. Thank you so much again.
Absolutely. We love y'all.
I'm about to go get ready for bed because I ain't even gonna lie. I'm about to go lay down. I gotta go to work.
Same. I got work
plenty, girl.
You know
what Navi loves to say. Do the day, don't let the day do you.
Never ever.
I love
Can't worry
it.
about
We
it.
love y'all. How about peace?
Can we say that on the goodbye? Can we all just say, I can't worry about it?
Okay, we're gonna
I
do it
can't worry about it.
on the count of three.
One,
1,
two,
2,
three.
3.
I can't worry about it.
I needed that. I love y'all. We out. Peace.
Bye, guys.